Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have a beer from Monday Night Brewing out of Atlanta, Georgia. I know nothing about this beer. I know nothing about this brewery. I didn't look up anything. I got this in a Super Bowl block pool that I won. I got 4 boxes. This is the first one that came in with this beer. A guy from Atlanta. And if you see there, it says Monday Night Brewing. It's really weird. I thought it was going to be a reference to Monday Night Football, but with a guy wearing a suit shaking his hand, it makes me think that it's supposed to be like Vince McMahon, and it's reminiscent of Monday Night Raw. I'm not sure, but anyways, this beer is called Don't Call It Hotlanta, and it is a quadruple dry hopped IPA, whatever that means. And there's really no description of the beer. It just says on the side, dank, tropical, and hoppy. So I would assume that would be the case, that if it's what it is. But it doesn't say double IPA, but it is. It's 8.5 ABV. So let's crack this open and see what we got. I'm really excited. Anytime I have a beer from a brewery that I've absolutely never, ever, ever heard of or know anything about it, that gets me excited the most, because I always hope that I'm finding like some sort of diamond in the rough that people don't know about. You know, usually it's not the case, and there's a reason that people don't know about them or care about them, but sometimes it's not, so we'll see. So as you can see, it pours I would say cloudy, but not hazy. I mean, you could still kind of see through it. Golden color with a small, really thin white head. The aroma is, it's kind of like this sweaty mosaic aroma, but more like orangey and earthy, and not so much like pineapple. There is a little bit of, it almost smells like raw wheat. But it smells like it's going to be pretty good, so we'll see. So, there's 2 things about this. And I kind of assumed this one thing based on the way it looks and the way the head was. The body is very thin, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's kind of odd to me that it's really thin, because it also is coming off as under attenuated. It's fairly sweet, but at the same time, I'm definitely picking up the booze. So I wonder like how much what the original gravity was on this, that it's 8.5 and it still has that much sweetness left in it. It would seem like the original gravity on this would be like 0.85 or something. I don't know. So it does have the tropical hop character for the most part, but it's really not. There's not enough of it to balance out like the sweetness that it has, at least for my liking. And it's really not. It's not like caramely sweetness, and it really doesn't taste like grainy at all. It's pretty much all hop flavor, but it's like booze, hops, and like dextrose is kind of what I'm getting out of this. So yeah, there's really, I don't know. I would guess there's this probably like Mosaic, Citra, and something else. But it's not bad. But it's kind of it's not as disappointing as the Bell's Official that I did recently. But it kind of reminds me of that, where it's like you either go West Coast or you don't. You either go New England style or you don't. Don't be some like middle ground thing that really doesn't hit any of the marks of either one. Excuse me. And to me, that's what this is. It's not nearly juicy enough, and to me, it's more of the body than anything, and it doesn't really hit the New England style marks. But it's not clean. It's not clean enough, or bitter or dry enough to be West Coast either, and it's, I don't know, it's kind of just floating in no man's land in my opinion. So, on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm gonna give this one a drink. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't mind drinking it. It still tastes decent. But there's so many better options out there, especially here locally, that if this was available locally, I wouldn't buy it over Resident Culture, High Branch, or even some of the Heist stuff. So I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.